Yes. It's the Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And what we're doing today. Okay, let me get him back into the main frame. Okay, you are in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi. What number are we in? 246. And we're talking about and we're looking at the fact that the news that Joshua versus Fury, Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, a fight which for the first time ever, will a fight take place where all four major straps will be on the line. We will have Anthony Joshua's WBA, Anthony Joshua's WBO, Anthony Joshua's IBF, and Tyson Fury comes along with the WBC. And since it's a fight for consensus 1 and 2 in the division, also will be the lineal title, lineal title that no one really has used other than Tyson Fury. He's made it a thing now. Before, it was just for people who were talking about it. This lineal thing, but Tyson Fury came back with nothing but a dream. Tyson Fury came back with nothing but a hope and a dream and a few kebabs lurking around the digestive system. And he said, hold on, I'm lineal. I'm the lineal champion. And we are officially now live. So welcome, hello, and welcome wherever you may be, wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in, whether in the morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime. It's nightfall over here in the UK, but we're normally ahead of time. We're ahead of the USA, so you're probably in your lunchtime now. You're probably having your lunchtime, probably on your lunch break. Oh no, maybe you're just getting off work. Maybe. Okay. So yeah, Tyson Fury came back with nothing but a dream. And then all of a sudden started talking about lineal. Lineal was something that only historians discussed. Historians of the sport. What am I looking for right about now? Not that. Yeah, that. Historians of the sport. But now Tyson Fury, when he came back with nothing but a dream after he got banned for using PEDs, banned substances, came back from his 2-year ban or his 2-year break, got a 2-year ban slapped on him retrospectively from UCAD for his usage of PEDs during the Christian Hamer fight 6 months before the Vladimir Klitschko fight. And so he came back, Tyson Fury came back with nothing but a dream and started using the lineal tag. But don't get me started on that. We spoke about lineal many times over here, but we're not here to talk about lineal tonight. Well, anyway, when they finally step in the ring, we're going to have 1 and 2, consensus 1 and 2 in the ring. Rafi lineal goes all the way back to Eric. Yeah, my lineage, a lot of people will know by now that my lineage, the Rafi's lineage, goes back all the way to Harry Carpenter. OMG. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. There's a few wrinkles in there. Have I shared yet? Because we're not going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here for a good time. Blue blood still ain't having it. Okay, we got Light Neville in the building. Blue blood still ain't having it. Damn. Yeah, I might saw another old friend. Nanu. More calling Orson. Coming Orson. James Jameson up in the building. We got here. We got Alexander Dimitrenko. Some fake ass weirdo with some fake ass name saying Fury will rearrange AJ's face. Well, Okay, well, that's yet to be seen. That's yet to be seen. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Is he gonna be having some egg whites? Is he gonna have some egg whites in his gloves? OMG. Where are we? Where are we? Let's have a look. It's tragic. The fight won't happen in the UK. Hearn doesn't care about the fans that made him. I think he cares about the fans, but tomorrow night. Well, Tyson Fury is said he's not going to fight in the UK anyway. So Tyson Fury has put the veto on that, James Jameson. You want to blame the Gypsy King for that. Let's have a look what's going on. Blue Blood ain't having it. He ain't having it, mate. He ain't having it. OMG. Pray for the LDBC. Indeed. What's going on? Wilder's in the driving seat, apparently. Wilder is ass out of luck. He's ass out of luck. In comes the James Jameson. Well, actually, now you ask where the fight doctor is. You remind me I need to share this with the secret society. Well, actually, now you ask where. Boom, and an impromptu sound check. There. Okay, so let me share this with the secret society, and then we get to cracker lacking. Let's have a look. Trying to say that the contract played out by timing, and saying that Wilder rejected various fight dates, which, as far as I know, is disputed. Okay, that's something from the secret society. But let me just share this, and then we get straight into this thing, and we get crack-a-lacking. Hold on a second, though. Something I forgot to do. I need to pin the link in the top of the chat. Okay, let's do this now. Boom. Okay, so my obligations are taken care of on that end. Let's grab the link and share it. Let's grab the link and share it. Let's do this. Oh, no. Let's do this now as we speak, so we can just get crack-a-lacking and get on with the show. Boom. Okay. Second live for today. Those who missed the Estrada Chocolatito, what do you call it? Recount. Yeah, we did a recount. We did a live show doing a recount where we looked at we actually just rescored the fight. Rescored the fight. What is this here? EJ's thing over there. We got the boom. Let's share it there. Anywhere else I need to share it? Fight doctors definitely gonna see this. Okay, so it's shared in all the little secret places. So let me get out of that and get into this. I just heard a pop. Who is it? It is none other than the Iron Kong. The Iron Kong. How do you do?
Good evening, my lord. How's everything?
It's very good over here. It's the second show for the day. So it's good. It's very good. It's very good that I can bang them out like this. You know, we got making the most of the little extra time that we have before things get back. Hopefully things get back to normal. Hopefully.
I got about 10 to 15 minutes with you. I gotta make a run, so I said let me slide through the Rafi for a little while.
Slide on through, because we're not messing around today. We're just banging it, mate. We're banging it. We are banging it. Okay, so where am I going to start now? There's only one place to start. The news has broke. News has broke that. Where is it? Hold on, let me bring it up on the screen. Boom. Stop sharing that. Then start sharing that, and then boom. Okay, there we are. So hopefully any second now you should see what I see. It's Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury moves a step closer As Eddie Hearn says, 2-fight deal is agreed. We talked about it a little bit earlier on in the previous show. But Iron Kong, what say you? What are your thoughts and observations? Since we only got you for 10 minutes, let's get it in, mate. Let's get it in.
Well, like we had already said before, Tyson Fury just seeking attention. He's gonna fight. He's just trying to crank up some sort of narrative and wants people to pay attention to me. Hey, look, me, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So all them interviews he was doing about how he drinks 14 pints, he could still beat Joshua, and all this BS. Oh, I haven't been training. When last have you sparred? Yesterday. All of that is just to get some attention from the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna fight. Don't worry about Tyson. Tyson knows this is his retirement, money win or lose. So, you know, Tyson's ready to go, man. I mean, don't be fooled by all this. But I'm glad it's time for Olo Femi to show all these people who the god of boxing is right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know he focused. I know he gonna do this thing. So all power to Olo Femi. But either way, I finally get to see an undisputed world championship boxing match. I did not see Lennox Lewis become undisputed. You know what I'm saying? I did not see that fight. I had to see that fight on replays much after. I am going to watch this fight finally. Whoever wins or lose, in my opinion, deserves it. These are the two best in boxing right now. And whoever wins or lose, man, it is what it is. But I got my guy Femi, and we rolling. But I'm really glad to hear this, man. Really glad to. So we might get Josh Taylor and Ramirez undisputed. We might get Femi versus Fury undisputed.
Yeah.
What is the excuse for these other lanes around boxing for not unifying and not doing nothing?
Well, I think it's long established. We know that the game is over there. I think you're talking about the pay-by site. I think you're talking about a lot of the pay-by site. We know what their structure is. We know what their game is. We know what their damn. And in comes the man like Jalik the leader. Jalik the leader. Good to have the Jalik up in the building.
Iron Cone, Deontay Wilder's biggest fan. Shout out to Iron Cone.
That's right.
Yeah, Deontay Wilder's biggest supporter.
You know what? Well, Jalik, I'm gonna go straight for the jugular today. I was on another friend of mine, another French channel, another American channel, and I had to ask him. I said, Jalik, I want you to be honest with me. Why is the bitterness coming from America? I mean, salute to you for coming on. But please tell me the truth. Why is there so much already? The news is just broke. I touched on a few American channels, and already the naysayers are out in force. Be honest with me, my friend. Be an honest American. Why?
I'm always honest. Some people still want to see Wilder versus Fury because they did have a contract. So a lot of people
three times.
And a lot of people are still skeptical.
Yeah,
skeptical.
Skeptical. I know what you're saying.
Because the Tyson Fury is like he's a character that you can't trust. 1 minute he says this and he keep changing. And they did say they had 28 days because they've been saying a lot of things over and over again.
Yeah. And
like Cone was saying, Tyson Fury saying he's not training. I think he mentioned Wilder's name to probably speed up the process behind the scenes for them to get the fight made, if that's the case, because I'm curious to see where the fight is going to get made. If they have it in Texas, in Cowboy Stadium, they don't have no restrictions or nothing, and they get their highest, but it's not an American fighter because we know the American pay-per-view dollars is usually the highest as far as like money pay-per-view wise. So it's curious, man. I'm still skeptical until it's announced. I'm gonna be honest with you, because
why are you still skeptical, bro? We're enthusiastic. We're dancing in the street. Why are you skeptical?
See, words can be put a certain way. They didn't say nothing different. Them saying it's 28 days is almost like them saying, you know what, if we don't get this fight done in 28 days, we're just gonna move forward. So hurry up and get the venue done. So nothing else has changed. They kept saying that the fight was signed. They've been said that.
No. Come on. Let's not say that they said the fight was signed. They've only just signed.
How many times we've been let down though? It's like normal to be let down, so it's kind of hard to get your hopes up, and it's like you're gonna be let down. So it's less unless they have the news conference and then Tyson Fury, is he gonna go through with the fight? You get what I'm saying? Because didn't he sign to fight the rematch with Klitschko, and then something happened then? So I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I am a little skeptical.
Okay.
To be honest with you. But I do want to see the fight, though.
Okay, you got some background noise there, Jalik. Thanks. Yeah, you got some.
Right, that's my dog. My fault. She running.
All right, no problem. Appreciate it. Well, you know what time it is. You know what time of the show it is. Can I play with madness? Please, sir. You know what I'm referring to. Kindly introduce yourself. You have been. We've been waiting for you.
Fight Doctor's in the house on Rick James status as always.
Can I play with madness?
Indeed. So, in all of my madness and insanity, I have one simple question.
Okay. Ask away.
Exactly what do we got? What do we have?
What do we got? We got. I tell you exactly what we got, my friend. And first of all, it's good to have you all here.
Hey yo, excuse me, Bridgens, I got rolling now. Yo, easy now. Peace.
Iron Kong, much appreciation.
Hey, peace to Jalik, peace to the Fight Doctor. Sorry about that, man.
Peace out, bro. To the next go round.
Yeah.
And every little moment is good. Every little moment is good. Okay. So the Fight Doctor, you asked me what we got. I'll tell you exactly what we got. We got signatures now. We got 2 signatures. But we got a bunch of signatures. We got signatures from Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, which means, and also, well, it means that we're looking at undisputed. We're looking at undisputed heavyweight clash. The first undisputed heavyweight hold on. Yeah. Because Wilder and Fury was just a unification. Was that even that was just for one belt? It wasn't even unification. But now we've gone beyond unification, and we are looking, my friend, at undisputed. That's what we got.
All right. So in all of my madness and insanity, I have a follow-up question.
Okay. Please.
What do we not have?
We don't have a date and we don't have a venue, but that wasn't a problem for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So boom, next.
Okay. Can I answer my own question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I answer both of my own questions?
Go ahead.
I'll answer the last question first.
Hey, bro, you can answer the last question first, the second question third, the fourth question, which you haven't asked first. Hey, please, any way you want to do it.
So what do we not have? What we not have is a fight.
Uh-oh.
That's what we don't have. We do not have a fight.
Uh-oh, that's a problem.
What we have is tenuous at best.
Tenuous what?
Maybe we'll get a fight. Maybe we won't. But until we get a date and a venue, those contracts don't mean anything.
So we get a date and a venue.
You got a bet, Fight Doctor?
I do.
Doctor Fight.
Oh wow, what's the bet? What bet you got?
Talk to Jalik. Tell him about the bet.
So my bet is that we won't see Fury Joshua next. We'll see one of them fight someone else before we see them fight each other.
Okay. How much did you bet? The money or?
Yeah,
$20. $20 US.
20 US.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, it's 50-50, man. I don't know. It's just Tyson Fury. I don't know. Is he trying to get a tune up, but they can't afford a tune up because it's going to be like 18 months since he fought. That's a long time. That's trending towards 2 years.
It's 1 year right now, going into 18 months if it happens in June.
It's not going to happen in June.
Really?
They're gonna have to push it back because it's a lot of money involved. So they're gonna have to make sure they get the right marketing dollars and promotion and the right seating. If it's the Saudi Arabia, they're gonna have to, build a whatever stadium. Is that stadium still up from when he fought Ruiz, or that was temporary? So
they said it was temporary.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that plays. So if it's not already stadium there, that has to be done. So of course they will push it back because that will, that's just because just think, if they announce the fight in April, that means the fight gonna happen in 2 months. So I want to be optimistic, but I'm still a little skeptical. Like
Lisa Bells is saying, where are the positive vibes? She's same as me. Where's the positive vibes, man? We should be happy. It's carnival time.
Yeah, I am. It hasn't been announced. They didn't say nothing different. They've been saying this though. It's just how they're wording it.
No, come on. We got signatures now. We never had signatures before. Come on.
They already said that they both agreed to everything.
Yeah, but now we got signatures. That's a move forward. You can't say that's not a move forward, surely.
Did you go to IFL TV and look at the interview with Mark Kriegel?
Yeah, I just reflected.
Dan Raphael?
I ain't seen Dan Raphael, but I've seen Kriegel. I've seen Kriegel.
You can't blame people for being skeptical, but I'm not being negative on it because I've been wanting to see the fight. So it's just kind of weird. I'm like, it's
so quick question for the fight doctor, Jolly. Quick question for the fight doctor. Leighton Evans says, are you paying up, fight doctor?
Okay, so when I lose a bet, I pay up. That's already been proven.
Good man. So
I have not yet lost anything. I haven't lost a bet because we don't have a fight.
I knew it was coming. So I think you're waiting for the date and venue. Is that when you're paying up?
So yeah, because we already know UK is not going to have it, right?
We don't know that, but it's likely.
UK, he already just said he's not going to have it. I don't. Dude don't got his license, right?
Who said it's not going to happen in the UK?
No, Tyson Fury said he would never fight in the UK.
That's true.
You telling the truth, or
I don't believe him, but maybe it doesn't happen in the UK. I think I say Saudi is the favorite. Saudi's favorite.
So Saudi. So now you look at Saudi, which also you got to look at this. Is Sky Sports and BT actually going to show the fight?
Sky Sports. If Sky Sports don't show it, then DAZN show it, and we all got DAZN now. Right
now, DAZN has to make a choice. This fight is so big.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with the subscription? So people, that's something right there. So it's also too the amount of money that they will lose if Sky Sports doesn't show it, because I just think I read that Sky Sports is not going to show Canelo, who's allegedly one of the biggest names in boxing, against Billy Joe. So if they're not going to show that fight due to the MTK, now that's why you can see people.
We got that on DAZN. We got that fight on DAZN.
Okay, but but the fighters themselves is the one that will be missing out on the extra money that will come from Sky Sports and BT.
I don't know.
That's what's delaying certain things. Maybe I don't know. And also,
I don't know if the zone is showing. I don't know the Sky. I don't know they're losing out on Sky money if the zone is showing it. I don't know. PPV, yeah, maybe PPV, maybe.
So they already said the zone is showing it because they usually have a choice, right? I thought with AJ fights it was different, and then also Frank Warren works with BT, so I guess BT would be more like Showtime over here, and Sky Sports is like HBO. So I guess that's something that they do. So if it was a big American fighter and both neither HBO nor Showtime will show it, that'd be like darn. But now HBO is out of it, and you got Fox. So I don't know, man.
I think BT is still showing it. I think.
Oh, they are going to show it?
I think so. Well, that's who Fury signed up with in the UK.
Okay, so what if they're not showing it because of MTK Global? What's going to make them change their mind?
What do you mean? What do you mean they're not showing it because of MTK Global?
I think I read something in the press where, due to the allegations with Daniel Kinahan, that's one of the reasons why they're not going to show the Billy Joe Saunders in the Canelo fight. So are they going to do a one fight ban and not show it because of that, or
who are not going to show it? Sky not going to show it because of because Billy Joe Saunders is with Sky
and BT. See, I think it was Sky and BT.
No, BT got nothing to do with Billy Joe Saunders or Canelo.
So
Just Sky. Just Sky.
Yeah, because Billy Joe. Yeah, well, so it would just be Sky because Billy Joe is no longer with Frank Ron. You're right.
Yeah, that's right. That's
so
right.
Just Sky not showing it. Sky over here is owned by Comcast, which is NBC. So I don't know.
They're the ones who are advertising it, so I don't know how they're not showing it. They're the one who broke the news over here in the UK. So I don't know how they're not showing it.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. I'm just surprised why they didn't show the why are they not showing the Billy Joe fight then?
I don't know. I haven't read that, but I think it's because I think Sky. I think that's the DAZN thing. That's a DAZN card. So it's a DAZN card. So they get first dibs on who shows it. So that's not a problem. I don't think that's anything to do with Daniel Keenan. I just think it's the DAZN thing. It's a DAZN show.
So AJ's DAZN situation is different than Canelo's DAZN situation.
AJ is signed with Sky and DAZN, isn't he?
Yeah, see, that's what those are details that has to be done. So like, hopefully it gets made. It's just not, but you can see why people's a little skeptical. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why they're so skeptical. I mean, when Fury, when he was Fury and what do you call him? Fury and Wilder. I'm pretty sure even with the first fight, it was announced before there was a date or a venue. I remember it was announced without a date or a venue. Yeah, because I remember when it
was okay.
Yeah, we were all waiting for the venue. I'm pretty damn sure we were waiting for the venue. It was either the first one or the second one. The first one or the second one, we were waiting for the venue. It could have been both. I don't know. It could have been both.
Yeah.
But I remember waiting for the date and the venue. No question, no ifs or buts about it. So that happened over there. I never said, "Oh, I don't know what's going to happen." I just accepted it. No date, no venue, but I accepted. They've announced it. It's going to happen.
Okay.
I don't understand. I really don't understand.
But you can't look at somebody else and be like, just because they don't accept it as much as you do, that they mad because the fight has everybody just look at life different on certain things.
I guess so. When
they said the fight was signed like back in June 2020. Like we've been waiting for a while. Like
when it was in America, it wasn't a problem. No date, no venue, no problem. You're telling me it's on. You're telling me they both agreed. Okay, let's rock and roll. Let me know when you find the date and the venue. But over here, this time around, it's like no date, no venue. We don't believe you. I really.
Man, nobody hate the UK. What you think people hate the UK, bro? Nobody.
Bro, I don't know what's going on. I'm just hearing some sadness, man. I'm just hearing some sadness. I'm over here. I feel like dancing. And you know, it's like people over there in their black coats, in the top hat, you know, with the big black horses. What's going on, man? What's going on? I feel like dancing over here. What's going on?
Now, look, check this out though. This could be the year of Undisputed. We about to get Undisputed in May 22nd at 140. That's 135 if Teofimo fights Devin Haney next. That'd be true Undisputed. Yeah. Canelo versus whoever at 168, and then possibly Better Biev versus Bivol at the end of the year, and then it may be something else that I'm missing. So this could be the year of Undisputed, which is amazing. So
that's the kind of message that I want to hear. That's positive. That's positive. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's the spirit I like.
I hope it happens, but you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, listen, I appreciate everybody coming on and being honest. I appreciate that.
Yeah, sorry? I'm serious, but I'm not no I'm not no UK hater.
You're not a wet blanket.
Absolutely not. I just say how I'm not no UK hater. I don't hate the UK.
Well, yeah, I'm not suggesting you do. I mean, you're here. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign. But the fight doctor, I'm worried. Fight doctor, you okay? Are the mushrooms poisoned? Yes, some bad mushrooms.
So I've consulted with the magic mushrooms, and the magic mushrooms told me that we have nothing. We have no fight. We have no fight. We have a glimmer.
We have a glimmer.
We have a glimmer of hope.
We have a glimmer of hope, a slither of light.
But a fight we do not have. We don't have a fight. Not yet. I'm hoping that we get one. I want to see a good fight.
To be fair, the doctor does pay. The doctor will pay once the date and venue is confirmed. I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that.
I will pay when I know that we have a fight.
Okay. I'm comfortable with that.
Okay. When I know that we have a fight.
I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. Let's just have a little look. Let's have a look in the chat. They are AJ haters on IFL. That Gareth Davis guy. So I pay him no mind. Real talk, Lisa. Real talk. Financial agreement. It's real. Fury can't duck now. He's put his name on that paper.
I don't that dude just said he said he talked to Tyson Fury, and he said there's no update. He just waiting. So I guess Tyson Fury just leave it in the hands of everybody else in the back. And yeah, we'll see though, man.
We'll see.
I think it's going to be undisputed only for the first fight, and then once the rematch happens, it's not going to be for undisputed because Usyk versus Joyce would be elevated to the full champion. So
that's quite possible. That's quite possible.
That's if I was behind Wilder, that's what the route I would take to try to get that
Richard, the WBO. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Let's talk about the W. Okay, you made a good point there. Hold on a second. Let me get through some of these comments. Hard to be positive when Fury is as unpredictable as he is. What does he say? With Fury involved, anything can still happen. A spoon of sugar helps the medicine go down. What's going on here? Yeah, we covered that. Let's have a look. What? Take your dog for a walk, Jalik. What's going on?
Nah, she getting a little older now, so she get it.
What's the matter with her?
Nah, she good.
She just she crying, man. She crying. What's going on?
Nah, you got just trust me. She good.
Oh, she's cool.
She's chilling right now in her crate. Yeah, I got her in a crate.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, she's pretty. It's like pretty aggressive. Like,
what do you mean she's pretty aggressive?
Like, you ever had you got a dog, right? You got a pit bull?
I've had dogs.
You got a pit bull before? You ever had a pit bull?
I've been around them. I've had friends.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's a little different. You got to tell them, yeah.
You got to what?
Like you gotta be. They're a little bit more stubborn in a sense.
Yeah, very stubborn.
So,
very stubborn. I just looked it up. Let's have a look. I just looked it up. It took them a mere 2 months to build a stadium for Ruiz Joshua. Gareth likes himself too much. Something off about him. Something very off. Saltiness. There's a bit of saltiness. I was listening to some of my friends' channels over there in America, and there was a little bit of saltiness. There was a little bit of saltiness in the USA, but Jalik explained, they still want their guy, Wilder, to get the third crack. Why the hell they wanted to get a third crack right about now? He's been out of the ring for 12 months. 12 months. Damn, get a warm-up fight. I
figured you out, bro. You try to make it seem like everybody US don't want to see this fight happening.
That's what I'm hearing. I had a look, and all I'm seeing is pure negativity from over there, bro.
Everybody doesn't feel the same. You can't expect everybody to want to see the fight like you. People want to see the Wilder versus Fury fight. Like
the third time? The third time they don't want to see a fresh fight?
They want to see it.
They don't want to see a fresh fight?
Wilder got big fans. Like, people want to see it. Like,
they don't want to see a fresh fight?
But they want to see happy to see redemption. You can't be mad at them. I mean,
it's like the Rocky films, bro. I mean, they went up to Rocky.
Everybody is different, bro. I'm telling you, man. When you got diehard, people want to see Lomachenko fight Teofimo.
Lomachenko
and Lomachenko.
Why not? Why not?
He lost 9 rounds to 3, but people want to see it, and I ain't
9 rounds to 3. Really? Was it that wide? I thought he came back in the second.
Dominant, and he making excuses like Wilder, but people still want to see it. It's the same thing. Fans are the same, bro.
Yo, bro, he never said Lomachenko never said he's trying to spike his water. He never said that. He never said Teofimo had neg weight in his glove.
He got set up. It doesn't matter. It's an excuse.
But it's different levels of excuses, bro.
But he still made an excuse. He made it seem like he got set up by the judges.
He did. But has that been reported on? Not hardly anybody's talked about it.
Because it's about media control. Everything is different over there, and then also he's not as popular as Wilder, and that's why. But he dominated, so it's the same thing.
It's a similar thing. It's not the same.
Fans are the same, bro.
It ain't the same. It ain't the same. One guy went all the way out.
Yeah.
One guy went all the way out, and the fight doctor. Well, yeah, you wanted to say something. Come on in.
No, I just want to offer some insight into why I think there's a lot of negative, quote unquote, negative coming from this side of the pond concerning today's announcement or today's. I don't want to call it an announcement, but today's rumor. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And let's be honest, that's what it is, a rumor. Okay. It's a rumor. Real talk.
Your fight doctor almost got that little nuance past me. Almost. But then as he went through the door, boom, caught him. Okay. Fight doctor.
So there are a lot of people on this side of the pond, a lot of boxing fans. I think there are a lot of boxing fans on this side of the pond who think that Deontay Wilder has been the victim of some foul machinations from the people on the other side of the pond. Okay. A lot of people on this side of the pond think Anthony Joshua ducked Deontay Wilder.
Oh, Lord.
And a lot of people think that Deontay Wilder was a victim of some foul play in the Fury rematch.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
So you have a lot of folks. Now, I'm not saying that I'm one of them because I'm not. However, you have a lot of people on this side of the pond who think in those terms. And now they're looking at the situation like, well, why isn't, listen, Tyson Fury is contractually bound, or at least was, to the rubber match. Why didn't that happen? You know, what type of shenanigans are going on behind the scenes to cheat Deontay Wilder out of his rubber match?
ESPN even sent a notification, so I knew progress was made. Carry on, fight doctor.
So I think a lot of the negative energy that's coming from this side of the pond is rooted in some of these beliefs, some of these questions.
Okay, I can hear that.
Fans are fans. Like if you got a favorite, who's your favorite fighter besides Tyson Fury?
Who's my favorite
Tyson Fury?
Who's my favorite active fighter?
Because you probably got to, since it's two UK fighters, you probably got to straddle the fence because you don't want to upset. So who's your favorite? You can keep 100 with us. I know how you going. I know how you are, Ralph. Go.
What do you mean? You know I am.
You don't want to lose Tyson Fury subscribers, and you don't want to lose Anthony Joshua. I figured you out months ago, bro. Go.
You ain't figured out diddly. You ain't figured out diddly.
You gonna play right down the middle. You gonna play right down the middle.
Ask fight doctor then. He knows better than you. Ask fight doctor the same question.
Who is it?
Who is your fight doctor? Oh, he's stirring his super noodle.
So wait, what's the question? Who's my favorite active fighter?
No, Raphael. No, don't let Raphael get off.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not going to say nothing. The question is, who is Jalik is asking me who is my favorite out between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. What do you say?
I can answer that question easily. It's the man whose poster adorns his bedroom wall.
Who's that?
Anthony Joshua.
Oh, really? Anthony Joshua. Oh, okay.
Really? I ain't got no poster on my bedroom wall. And the last time I had a poster on my bedroom wall, I was much younger than I am today, and it was a Porsche. So I can assure you, there ain't no man on my bedroom.
So you have a poster on your bedroom wall of Anthony Joshua driving a Porsche. Nice, classy, very classy.
Got a tattoo of Anthony Joshua on his back. Tyson Fury on his arm.
Exactly.
Hey. If the Raphael tattoo on his torso, it would not be of another man. I assure you that, unless it's some historical figure, political figure, and then there may be. But other than that, no men on my bedroom wall, other than the Rafi himself.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight, though. It's one of those fights where I'm not doing my prediction until the weigh-in, because the weigh-in this fight is gonna make a big difference. And who wins? The actual weigh? How much they weigh?
The zone show on the zone made up the MTK rumor. It's pure nonsense. Yeah, pure and utter nonsense. No terms agreed last year. Signed is different. Let That means I have to pay for the PPV. I already have Dan's the zone. Shake my damn head. Dan, the man in the building. I'm seeing boxing journalists such as Dan Raphael and Gareth Davis casting doubt on Fury Joshua being finalized. Well, Gareth Davis, we don't really take him too seriously over here. What's the rest of the saying? Is Dan casting doubt about Fury Joshua being fun? Excuse me. Casting doubt. Naysayers. When the same circumstances existed over in the USA, I didn't hear them casting doubt then, so I don't know why they're casting doubt now. But hey,
okay, so I can answer that question. Okay, why people are casting doubt now. Listen, this whole situation has been dragging on for months and months. We've seen people having to go to arbitration. Okay, we're not going to say court. We're going to say arbitration. We've seen a lot of that. Okay, but what we haven't seen is a fight. What we haven't seen is a formal announcement. What we haven't seen is a date and a venue.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why people are casting doubt. Because
we didn't. It was the same situation over in the USA with what do you call it, Fury and Wilder. There was no date, no venue. There was no problem. No date, no venue, no problem.
Yeah, I don't recall all of that. Okay,
I recall
seeing a fight.
Yeah, after having no date or venue.
Here's what I remember. Right, I remember after the first fight, after the draw. I remember Tyson Fury doing a whole lot of ducking, shucking, driving, jiving, and a lot of making a lot of excuses. And then we saw a fight, right? What do we got here? What do we got right now? What do we got?
Yeah, well, before the shucking and jiving was the no date, no venue. No date, no venue, and it wasn't a problem. But anyway, let's try and get past that. Because we already talked about that. So let me have a look.
28 days. What's the actual date?
What date for what?
April to what? Because that's actually 4 weeks from today. So let me do my math. So the 15th.
Oh, you're talking about the date of the 28 days. You're talking about the 28 days.
So the 20.
So AJ versus Fury, Charlo versus Castano, Taylor versus Ramirez, Tiafimo versus Haney, undisputed. 2021 could be the year to be undisputed.
April 12th.
Sorry?
No, it'd be April 12th or April the 19th. It'd be 28 days from now.
April 12th or 19th. That's a big lot margin for error, bro. What's going down?
That's what they saying. 28 days to agree to the date and the venue.
Wait, here's my question, right?
Now,
here's my question. How do you have contracts signed when you don't even have a venue agreed to or a date?
No date, no venue. It wasn't a problem for Wilder Fury. Why is it a problem now? We're going back to that again. No date, no venue. That was the same situation for Wilder Fury 1 or 2. I can't remember which one. Wasn't a problem. Went ahead. No problem. Why is it a problem now?
Good question. Why is it a problem?
It isn't a problem.
I don't know. I think
it's a problem for you.
No, it's not a problem for me because I'm not the one who signed the contract. So my question is, well, yeah, why don't you have a date and a venue? Look, how long has it been? Listen.
What the hell? What kind of question is that? You haven't got a date or a venue. They haven't got a date or a venue. They're working on a date or a venue.
But wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Wait. Now, let's look at this logically, okay? Take a step back. Look at this logically. Now, you have in June of 2020, you have Tyson Fury on record saying that the fight was agreed to. That was 8 months ago. That was June of 2020. This is March of 2021.
When was that? When was that?
June of 2020.
12th of April is the magic day. Is the 28th day. 12th of April. Carry on.
Okay, but you have to look at this logically. Okay, now let's just look at what we have in front of us. Now we have Tyson Fury on record in June of last year, and we don't have a venue or a date.
I can tell you that. Do you remember? You know a guy called Deontay Wilder who they were in talks with about they're having the third fight, the trilogy fight. Remember all them months, all that time that went by. Engage with that shiznix. That's one. Two. Second reason. In December, Tyson Fury was supposed to be. There was talks that Tyson Fury was going to fight Ajit Kabayal in December. My hypothesis is that Frank Warren told him the monies that were involved, or rather the monies that were not involved, and Tyson Fury did an about turn. So yeah, that's two. So that's two issues, two things they've had to deal with. That's two. And now, of course, this thing here where it's been decided, yeah, okay, let's go for undisputed. So Tyson Fury finally decided, okay, forget about Wilder, let's go for undisputed. Where are we now? We're in the third month. We're in the third month with the COVID situation. Come on now. This is not normal circumstances. These are not normal.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
These are not normal operational procedures. It's different times now.
May I interject for a second, please?
Yeah.
Now, when was the Fury Wilder rematch? That was in February of 2020, right?
Yeah, February 2020. Yeah.
All right. So
second fight.
What have we seen since February 2020? We've seen Sean. We've seen Errol Spence fight. We've seen Bud Crawford fight. We've seen Canelo Alvarez fight twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your point?
My point is, boxing has carried on just nicely.
Mm-hmm.
We've even seen Anthony Joshua fight.
Dan the man says not even Anthony Joshua has confirmed this. Dan, can you give him a moment? Can you give him a second, Dan? Can you give him a second to say yeah? Can we give it 24 hours for all the parties to say their piece? It's just been a couple of hours. It's just been a couple of hours. I know the US. I know the US, they're rooting for their guy, and that's understandable.
Listen, can I say something?
Carry on. What were you saying anyway? I forgot.
So
carry on.
This whole announcement of, in fact, I won't even say this announcement. I'll just say this fight in general, this fight and hot garbage have a lot in common.
What's that then? What's that?
You can smell the foul stench a mile away.
Why is it a foul stench? Was there a foul stench when Fury was fighting Wilder?
Listen, but look, listen. We actually got a fight. Now? But you want to compare apples to oranges? Listen,
Wilder, bro. You are definitely Wilder's biggest fan, Raphael.
Hold on a second. Who did Tyson Fury fight last?
Deontay Wilder.
Oh, who was Tyson Fury scheduled to fight before Ajit Kabayal?
He wasn't. There was no fight.
Okay, who was Tyson Fury supposed to be fighting in the trilogy fight?
Well, he was supposed to be fighting Deontay Wilder, but
okay. So are we going to start pretending that Deontay Wilder shadow is not upon this situation?
Oh, see now. All right. Okay. So
you just start pretending that his shadow is not lurking around this situation. I'm directing that to Jalik.
I don't know. Hopefully the fight get made. Stuff get drawn out so long. It's like after a while, it's like, come on, man. Because like one thing about the Jose Ramirez fight, they said it's gonna happen next after they fought their Mandos, and then boom, it happened. It wasn't we're gonna do this, and this. They finally just said, okay, we're gonna do the venue, and boom, it came. So maybe because it's easier to make that fight, it's less money involved. It's in the US, but Vegas hasn't completely opened up their thing yet, but they said the fight is still in Vegas. And of course, that fight could have easily been made in Texas, where Ramirez, fought Maurice Hooker in Texas. Both, for those in the UK that don't know, there's no state income tax in a few states. Florida is one of them. Texas is one of them, in Vegas. So that's why, if y'all notice, a lot of the big fights be there because they save a lot of money compared to having it in California or New York, where the atmosphere is different. I think it's sometimes better, but it's just cost more money. So that got made.
Somebody's on to check Instagram. I'm checking Instagram. Is this AJ's Instagram? I don't see nothing.
This is true undisputed. This would be it's big for their careers and their legacy as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's big, man. This is big time stuff right here.
Yeah. So we can't get away. She's a puppy, Ralphie. She's a puppy.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Lisa. What do y'all think would be some good fights on the undercard? We was talking about this earlier. Shout out to EJ.
Yeah. Yeah, shout out. Good fights on the undercard. Okay, that's a good question. Let me go to the fight doctor. Fight doctor, what fight do you want to see on the undercard?
What fight would I like to see on the undercard? That's a good one.
The saying, Jolly, the saying you're scared of your pit bull, bro. Okay.
So it would have to be a matchroom fighter and Frank Warren.
Yeah,
it would have to be matchups between. It would have to be some matchup between Matchroom and Frank Warren's outfit. So I really I don't know.
Okay,
it could be Eddie Hearn.
What? Eddie Hearn? What? Sorry.
Eddie Hearn got the zone, so it could just be straight Matchroom and Matchroom.
You can see if we see some top ranked fighters on there, maybe.
One of the fights I would like to see is one of the fights I think will be great would be Savannah Marshall versus Claressa Shields on the undercard. That'd be great promotion for them. Get them a big payday, and that'd be
Marshall. Yeah, well, they did something similar with AJ's fight in New York because they had what do you call it? They had Delphine
Pearson or Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, something big like that. That's
Amanda Serrano. Katie. Yeah. Have a big fight on. Have a big woman's fight. Hey, you know what I like these days? I like a woman's fight before the main event because they're quick.
Because it's real quick. Exactly. Those 2 minutes go by fast. Plus, they give them a good promotion.
There's action packed.
Exactly.
Hey, put on a woman's fight. I don't care which one. Give me Natasha. Give me Natasha Jones. Give me Natasha Jones. Let me. Makes me smile. Yeah. Give me Natasha Jones and who did she fight last?
And you know what I put on there? I put Kell Brook.
Terry Marshall.
Kell Brook versus Amir Khan.
Kell Brook. No, they'd want their own thing. I
know. But if they make the same amount of money, it's still gonna be big, and it's gonna give them stuff.
Dan, this stuff is making Dan nervous. At least that's true. But if their own reporter is casting doubt, it makes me nervous. Dan, I really think that this is a big thing. You can't when you have companies as big as ESPN, companies big as Top Rank, companies as big as Matchroom, as big as The Zone. They don't just throw stuff out there, Dan. They don't just throw stuff out there. The word of a company means something. So I think that also, you got to be careful about thinking that these guys are just going to throw out misinformation just like that. It's possible, but is it probable in a situation like this? Please employ positive mental attitude.
We all want to see the fight, Tone, but we got a little skeptical now because they've announced before on I think ESPN. I was reading somewhere ESPN didn't announce AJ and versus Wilder before, and we got hyped, and then it happened. But we'll see.
I'm with Tone. We just really need to embrace this thing. We need to embrace this thing, and we need to get down on our bended knees and pray for undisputed. What is a one belt fighting WBC versus WBC versus undisputed? Please fight, Doctor. WBC versus WBC versus undisputed. Is there any comparison? Please. Fight, Doctor. Soaking his mushroom.
Yeah, wait. What's the question here? I mean,
the question here is one. We're talking about Tyson Fury versus Wilder. That's a one belt fight. But when you look at Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, please, it's not for undisputed. There should be no doubt about which is the most important. I know that America is invested. In their champ. I understand that because you only got one champ over there. We got two champs over here. So I understand you being concerned for your one champ. But this is for undisputed, man. Undisputed.
Okay, I got 2 words. Horse hockey. Now, and let me explain, right? You can make the argument that Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, the rematch, was a more significant fight than this fight that we have approaching. And here's the reason why. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder were number 1, number 2 at heavyweight. Guys, hello?
Sorry, I was muted after Joshua's untimely loss to Ruiz. Yeah, they became 1 and 2. Although how Fury got up to 2, but anyway, that's a different question we talked about before. Carry on. Pray continue.
So that fight, you can argue that Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, the rematch was, if not more significant, at least as significant, because now you're faced with the same situation when you have the 2 best heavyweights. But at the time, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fought the rematch. The argument can be made that they were the 2 best heavyweights. So I'm not sure that you can use this fight to diminish that fight or diminish Deontay Wilder. Okay, and at the end of the day, belts don't mean anything.
Where's your logic? Hold on a second. We acknowledge that the
okay, but my logic is this: is that undisputed or not, belts don't mean anything. The only thing that has any significance is who do you beat? Who have you beaten?
Who you beat?
Look, who did Anthony Joshua beat for those paper titles that he currently holds? Right?
Yeah, we've been through this before. We've been through this before.
Right. So he beat nobody. He beat nobody.
You know exactly. Right. You know he beat Povetkin. You know he beat Pulev. You know he beat. Vladimir.
No, the question was.
Vladimir Klitschko.
No, the question was.
He beat Joseph Parker.
The question was. No, sir. No, sir.
10. All firmly. No, sir. 10.
No, sir. The question was.
10.
The question, let me restate the question, okay? The question was, who did Anthony Joshua beat for those paper titles that are currently around his waist? Who did he beat? He beat Charles Nobody Martin, okay? He beat old man coming off a lost 18-month layoff, Vladimir Klitschko. And who else did he beat for the paper titles? Who else?
He beat Charles Martin, he beat Vladimir Klitschko, and he beat Joseph Parker. Who? Right. Deontay Wilder beat. Who he beat?
Nobody.
Well, Joshua fought 3.
So you're making this big wait. So here's the problem. But here's the problem with your argument, right? Here's the problem with your argument. You're trying to diminish the Fury Wilder fight because it was only for quote unquote 1 belt, and this fight is supposed to be of greater significance for 2 belts.
No, it's the greatest.
However many belts it is for.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is that all of those belts that Anthony Joshua currently holds, wears around his belt, wears around his waist, all of those belts are made out of paper, and they have no significance. Because let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish, please.
Real belts. Carry on.
Those titles are made out of paper because he beat nobody to get them. He beat a tomato can in Charles Martin.
Nonsense.
He beat an old, coming off a loss, 18-month layoff heavyweight in Vladimir Klitschko.
He didn't have an 18-month layoff.
And he beat a drug dealing nobody.
Who's the drug dealer? Oh,
Joseph Parker. And somehow, the fact that he's fighting Tyson Fury for the mythical undisputed title is supposed to have more significance than the fight between him and Deontay Wilder, when he and Deontay Wilder at the time were the 2 best heavyweights in the world. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay? 2 best heavyweights, you're having a laugh. 2 best heavyweights, you're talking about.
Nobody in the whole of his career. He hasn't beaten anybody.
A lanky dusser who held the belt hostage for 5 years. That's what you're talking about. Dan the Man says, wait a minute. Where was the positivity when the first Wilder Fury fight was made? I'll tell you exactly where it was. I spent good money to buy that ticket, and I still got the proof in my emails. Still got the receipt in my emails, my friend. That's where the positivity was. That was the Rafi booking a flight to go out there. Then they dragged it on, and then it turns out it wasn't going to be in Vegas. It was going to be in it was going to be in LA, the Staples Center. When I looked at the map, that was not by the local amenities. It should have been in Las Vegas. It wasn't fan friendly. I saw my ticket on, made a loss, but no problem. Sold it on. So I paid money for the first fight. So if that's not enthusiasm, then I don't know what is. And then when I saw it was a bull crap deal, pardon my language, when I saw it was a bull crap deal, when I saw the undercard was a load of, then I said, no, you're not gonna bend me over for a load of. That's nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, in comes the lady like Lisa Bailes. Lisa Bailes, good to have you up in here. Talk to me. How
Hey.
are you?
Bells, what's popping?
What's popping?
Hey, how's everybody?
Hey.
Yeah,
Lisa,
I disagree, Fight Doctor, because I'll just say this. I mean, wasn't the best people, but I mean, it wasn't. I can't compare these guys to like the '80s, or anything like that. But he fought who was in front of him for the most part, and he it's not his fault that the belts got dispersed like that. So what was he gonna do? If he wanted to become, fight to become, a title holder or whatever. But we know that Fury won the belts from Klitschko, right? Yeah, we know that. But unfortunately, he never defended them because he had, some personal issues that he was going through. But I do think at this point that Joshua, and even though he had lost that one time to Ruiz, he has put some depth, on the belts. You can only fight who's in your generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I said, these guys are not like the '80s, so I don't put them there. But Vladimir Klitschko is definitely a Hall of Famer, so that was a good name.
Damn good name.
We can't, like it's.
I'll take that away from him.
We can't talk about the age thing because the age is what it is. It is what it is. If anybody fight Pacquiao right now, yes, it would be a past prime Pacquiao, but he's still a Hall of Famer and he's an ATG. You know what I'm saying? So
straight up,
I look at it a little different.
Yeah, I look at it different too. I look at it different in the Klitschko people love to say he was 18 months on the couch. Klitschko had 2 training camps for that Joshua fight, for the before he fought Joshua. He had 2 training camps for Fury when Fury was messing him around. Not full training.
Yeah, he stays in shape, that guy.
He was in shape, man. He stayed in shape, and he was more motivated for Joshua than he ever was for Tyson Fury. Nobody expected Tyson Fury to do anything. Nobody was backing Tyson Fury to win. It was going to be another walkover for Klitschko, and he was lax. He was lax, and he was mellow. But when he came for Joshua, that was a revamped and in my opinion, that was a revamped and a reinvigorated Vladimir Klitschko. So you can't. So that was not an old Klitschko.
Wait. All right. Okay. So enough. Speculation, allegation.
That was a
rejuvenated. We need to deal with the facts. Oh, stop. Okay. All right. I can't hear any more of these excuses. Okay.
That
stop.
Was a rejuvenated Klitschko.
All right. Yeah. Stop. Okay. A bunch of excuses. A bunch of speculation, allegation.
No, just facts.
Very few facts.
Just facts.
Very few facts. So, look, you can't reach into. Can you read Vladimir Klitschko's mind?
That was a rejuvenated Klitschko. Yeah, he said it himself. He said it himself.
But that's speculation and allegation. Speculation, allegation. Let's deal with the facts, okay? Because you long on the excuses.
Looking a long time.
What's that?
I mean, in mind, that's just
knocked out. I agree. He looks very good getting knocked out. No.
I'm talking about he was fighting on his toes. He was moving around. He was in good shape. I'm talking about that. He was in the ring with a complete novice, so he really should have beat him. But the thing is, it's just I don't know. It's I don't
That's
know.
what you saw.
He didn't look the same that he did with Fury.
No way.
Listen, and I can answer the question. I can answer the question why he didn't look the same against Fury as he did against Joshua. Why? Because Fury styles make fights, and stylistically, Fury is a problem for Vladimir. Vladimir has problems with guys who have the height and reach on him, who can jab and who can box with him. Okay.
Okay.
Listen,
I can respect
throughout Vladimir's career, he's always enjoyed some type of advantage. Usually, it's the height and the reach. Okay.
Right. Because he's always been the bigger man. Yeah.
He's always been the bigger man. All right. He's a good Lennox Lewis clone, but where he falls short in his imitation of Lennox Lewis is that Lennox was able to deal with guys bigger than him. Lennox was able to deal with guys who had the reach on him. He knocked those guys out. Okay, consistently. Consistently. All right. With Vladimir, that's not the case. Vladimir has problems with guys when he doesn't have the reach, the physical advantages. Okay. And on top of that, he had a problem with a guy who had an IQ as high or even better than his. And he wasn't able to make the adjustments. Listen, all fight long, you go back and look at that fight, all fight long, it was Vladimir doing the same thing. Doing the same thing. Okay. Not throwing punches, trying to clinch. And Fury wasn't having none of it. And he could never get past Fury's jab.
Hey,
everyone. The question is going to be too, like a good, because I think the first fight is just going to be undisputed, and then the Usyk versus Joe Joyce be elevated to the full champion, and I think even Eddie Hearn alluded to that. That's going to be interesting, especially if Joe Joyce win. If he was to beat Usyk, his name is going to be, if he knocks out Usyk, that's going to be big.
He's gonna knock out Usyk. I told you that. I predicted that.
That's a good fight. He's gotten better. I like Joe Joyce. That's a 50-50 fight. I'm leaning towards Joyce in a way, but at the same time, homeboy, I don't know. Usyk nice, but I can't just count him out just because he's smaller like that. I can't do that.
You can't just count him out, but trust me, mark my look. No, you don't have to trust me, but mark my words. I was the first person the first person I heard say it. Joyce beats Usyk. He might even stop.
Yeah, Joyce is a dangerous fight for both AJ and Tyson Fury, so that's going to be that.
Joyce is a problem for everybody,
and that'll be another big UK fight. Wow, okay,
another big one, another one. Okay, another biggie.
That's another one. If he win, that's going to be back, and
he's going to be busy over here, Jalik.
Yeah, that'll be big.
He's going to be busy over here, and if they keep on messing around and going abroad, you know, the Rafi might have to scrape up all his loose change, and head on out to one of them damn things. Make sure my phone battery.
With 100,000 people, the tickets you should be able to get. You might be nosebleed, but you get a ticket for like $100, right?
$100 where?
1,000 seats, you gonna get some tickets for cheap.
Yeah, we get $100. We get $100 ticket. That's about 75.
This wasn't as expensive as the US. That's what I heard. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not as expensive generally. You can get some cheap tickets around the back, or you can get some expensive tickets at the front. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cheaper. Yeah, but cheaper. You can get some cheaper ones. There's some cheaper ones available. Obviously, if you're at the front, that's not the case. And so where does that leave us? It leaves us, okay, let's go around the table. Lisa, no, let me start with, where do I start? Yeah, let me start with Lisa. She's just come on. Lisa, do you think Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua fight next? Do you think the next opponent for Tyson Fury is Anthony Joshua, and for Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury? Yay or nay?
I mean, I hope so. But you know, I mean, you just don't know with Fury. It's always so many, you know, a question mark, you know. Yeah. And as fans, you know, I think we just get tired of, you know, that in boxing, like, because I mean, I'm not saying that it didn't happen in the past, but you know, it's just so obvious now with the social media, because information is readily available. So. Yeah. You know, the fans just, and I understand it's we're not putting the money up for these fights, or paying for the site fees and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I get that part, but you know, I don't want to hear all of that stuff just when the fight is done, you know. You know, just because then fans go back and forth about it, and it's just really lame to me. You know, we just want to see. I guess because we haven't had a, you know, undisputed or whatever, everything on the line for so long. You know, I think the fans just want it so bad.
Yeah.
And not just in the heavyweight division, but all the divisions. But I think that the heavyweight division is one. If the heavyweight division is okay, then the rest of boxing is.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's also it's such a close fight too. It's like 50-50. Well, even the Josh Taylor and a lot of people realize that's a close fight too. And that's happened May 22nd. So
yeah.
Anthony Joshua is just the storylines behind it. It's just a lot.
So the question is, Jelly, do you think that they fight each other next?
I say it's a 55-45% chance that it will.
55%. So you believe more than you disbelieve.
Yeah, 55. But I mean, the closer it gets to April, if it don't get announced by April 1st, it's not. And I think you're gonna have
to April 12th. They got 28 days April 12th.
Something going. I think you're gonna have to get at $20. How much is $20 US money? You're gonna have to give them. Well, I don't know how much that is in pounds.
$20 in pounds. That's about 17 pounds.
Oh, okay. I think you're gonna have to get a Fight Doctor that money that he can get. He can get some oodles and noodles and some Kool-Aid.
I don't think nobody gonna a fight of that magnitude. I just don't see nobody just gonna piss in the wind and blow that money off like that. They would be pissed off.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Not only that, the fans would be pissed off.
Of course.
You know. Because you know boxing fans are petty.
But then if you look at it on another global scale, if they allow this fight to happen, it kind of makes a snowball effect as far as the other, since everything is connected. So that means that other concerts that they want to have, they're gonna have to let that fight happen as well, because everything with the I don't even want to mention the name, start with a C, happens, then they're gonna have to let other things happen too. So a lot of that is taking place between the people behind the scenes that runs certain entities. So
there's a lot of money to be made, and if it don't happen, a lot of money to be lost. Nobody wants to lose that money.
They're already losing a lot of money. It's a lot of things that's not happening because of that.
A lot of things are not happening, and
a lot of things that they're losing money on. With just even look at American basketball. If they allow 100% of the people to come, you know how much money they losing in every gate, or Cowboy Stadium in football. That's a lot of people that's not allowed to come.
That's a lot of people.
They're losing money.
But
if you own the money, then hey, I don't know. That's why I don't know. I say 55% chance that it happened, and I gave it. Even a couple of days ago, maybe a week or so ago, I said if they don't announce this by March 31st, I don't think it's going to happen next.
Okay. The Fight Doctor's been quiet. The Fight Doctor's been very quiet. Before you answer the question, I'll refresh the question. But first of all, James Jameson says, Fight Doctor, I feel generous. I'd bet you that Wilder loses his next fight. OMG. Fight Doctor, come in. Respond to that.
Well, it depends on who his next fight is against. If his next fight is against,
that's not very American. That's not very patriotic. You're telling me that you're questioning your champion. You don't know if he's going to win his next fight. Depends on who it is.
So
is that what you're telling me?
So I can answer that question best by just saying this.
Yeah.
Patriotism is one thing. Finance is something completely different. And my patriotism does not dictate my finance.
Oh,
right.
Damn.
So if I'm going to bet, I bet to win, not because I'm patriotic. So that would all depend on who Deontay Wilder's next fight is against. And if his next fight is against Tyson Fury, I would not take that bet because that would be a sucker bet.
Okay.
Now, if his next fight is against, let's say, Andy Ruiz, well, I would take that bet. I would take that bet.
Oh, you would take that bet. You like him against Andy Ruiz?
I like Deontay Wilder against Andy Ruiz. Yes, I do.
Let's make the bet easier. You exclude who you want to exclude, and then James Jameson can respond. So you can excuse someone. Out of that.
How about we just wait until Deontay Wilder's next fight is announced, and then we can come back and reassess the situation. How's that sound?
I think it's gonna be Charles Martin, because if you notice, Charles Martin was set to fight Michael Hunter for the IBF Mando, which why would he pull out of that and not take it? That's a winnable fight, and that gives him the #1 mandatory spot.
It was money. They said it was money. The money was right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But with the IBF, they're not going to allow no dancing around. So that's another. If he beat Hunter, which is winnable, and then bam. So when that fight didn't happen, I was like, okay, that's what made me think, okay, maybe the AJ fight and the Wilder fight is definitely not there. So that was kind of strange. I was like, why would you do that? That don't make sense. But they must have paid him some crazy money to do that.
Who paid who?
Charles Martin. Like, why would he do that?
Why would he do what?
Why would he not fight?
They said Wilder pulled out because it wasn't enough money.
No, we're not talking about that. I said Charles Martin. Why would Charles Martin not fight Michael Hunter for the #1 IBF spot, and he allowed Filip Hrgović to take that spot?
Oh,
that's strange to me.
See, I thought him, Jalik. Okay, that's what I was going to ask. I thought
that's strange.
Hunter and Hrgović was going to fight. That's what I thought.
Yeah, they are, but it was Charles. It was supposed to be Charles Martin because he rated higher, but he didn't.
Right.
So why would they pull Charles Martin out? So that made me think, okay, Charles Martin must gonna be the opponent for Wilder.
Yeah.
But when that happened, I was like, okay, maybe I was like, okay, maybe the AJ fight, okay, gonna happen. The arbitration or whatever call it is over. Boom, 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 and more news came out. But then I was like, okay, why would they must have paid him some crazy? Like I said, they were playing chess back there, so I don't know. I don't got no sources, man. But
but check it, they hustling backwards because when Charles Martin had the strap before, you feel me? That's when they should have fought.
Exactly.
But instead, Hearn came in and paid the bag to him. And then so that's hustling backwards to me.
Exactly. It doesn't make it. Literally doesn't make.
A new one to us over here in the UK, hustling backwards.
Or maybe he got a deal with. Yeah, that still doesn't make sense because we know by the end of he probably push it back to maybe the beginning of the next year. Because you got to fight your Mandos once a year. He fought Pulev in December, so I don't know. That's just interesting.
Well, Charles Martin got to pay up now, so
yeah, because I think Filip Hrgović gonna win. Filip Hrgović is nice too. I think he's gonna beat him.
Yeah, Hrgović is real nice. He's real nice with it. And so what we saying now? So the fight doctor still hasn't answered the question. He's been very quiet. I don't know if the mushrooms are taking the effect. The room's probably spinning.
Can you restate the question, please?
I shall restate the question. Do you think that Anthony Joshua's next fight will be Tyson Fury and Tyson Fury's next fight will be Anthony Joshua?
No. I still think so. I still believe that. No. Do I think they're going to fight? Yes. Do I think they're going to fight each other next? No.
That's very interesting. So you're the odd man out. Oh, did I ask you, Lisa? Did you have to ask you?
Yeah, I said that I hope so. And if anything that if something, if they don't, people are going to be upset. You know what I'm saying? So they got to be careful with that.
Yep.
Because fans are petty. Boxing fans are some of the most petty fans I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Well, how the hell people think that? What's his name? Eddie Hearn is just going to come out with a statement and it's bogus? Huh?
Well, wait. Stop.
Crazy.
Wait.
Crazy.
We're talking about Eddie Hearn here, sir. Okay. Yeah. Now, my mentor always told me that whenever you receive a piece of information, always consider the source.
Yeah.
So have we done that here? Have we considered the source of this information?
Well, fight doctor, to be honest with you, the only fights that AJ ever had, like some type of controversy with far as negotiations, has been Tyson and Wilder. But if you look at the rest of his career, it hasn't been like that. So I'm just being honest. I'm calling it for what it is.
I think it highly telling that the two most significant fighters that he's ever negotiated with, there's always been funny business. Because to be completely honest with you, everyone else that Anthony Joshua has fought has been either a tomato can or not quite significant.
The fight doctor clearly.
So Povetkin is a tomato can?
Yeah.
Povetkin was a 40-year-old heavyweight. Come on, man. I mean, let's be honest. What has Povetkin done recently? What has Povetkin done lately? I mean, he hadn't knocked out
Dillian White, who was the number one rated WBC person. He knocked him out.
Context is important here, sir. Now, what has Povetkin done in the lead up to the?
Got one of the best resumes is heavyweight.
Yeah, and not in heavyweight, in boxing, period.
Yeah, that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
What?
That's a stretch.
We got like
first and foremost, right? Wait. First and foremost,
hold on. Just let people go around the table. You made a very strong statement, and people have a right to respond.
What it is they be trying to A side the A side. That's what the deal is.
Hey,
that's what it was.
He actually might got the best resume in boxing almost.
He's trying to pump people, but people ain't trying to hear that.
He might got the best resume in boxing. He avenged his defeat. You got to get him, man, some credit, man. Like
Anthony Joshua,
no credit.
Anthony Joshua has the best resume in boxing. Is that your argument?
I didn't say that. I said Povetkin got one of the best.
Okay,
I can answer both of those questions.
Hold on. Wait your turn, fight doctor. Let people talk.
Who has a better resume than boxing? Because I haven't thought it all out. But who has a better resume in boxing? That's like who has a better one? Let's start.
So the question is, who has a better resume in boxing than Anthony Joshua?
Not Ali, because I know how you like to go back to the 60s. We know Ali got the best resume probably in history. We're talking
So the question is, what active fighter has a better resume than Anthony Joshua?
Yes.
Canelo Alvarez. That's one.
You think okay.
Bud Crawford, that's two.
He got a better resume than AJ?
Hold up.
I love Bud Crawford. He's my second. He's one of my favorite fighters, but he does not have a Hall of Famer on his. Hold on.
I gotta go to BoxRec. Go to BoxRec.
No, hold on. Don't even bother with BoxRec. We can say it ain't even Canelo because he's jumped around. So I mean, okay.
The question was who has a better resume, and look, there's a long list of guys who have a better resume than Anthony Joshua. We go all night. Okay.
Well, let's try and do it in 3 minutes, 1 minute apiece. Go.
That was a good win.
Andrew Ruiz.
Parker was undefeated. Dylan White was undefeated.
Yeah.
Klitschko knocked him out.
Yeah.
Pulev solid.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? He was the person to knock out Povetkin, who just iced Dylan White.
Yep.
Who else?
Parker.
So all right, now let's address
Hold on, wait your turn, man. Is Jalik still speaking?
Yeah, he might get the best resume in boxing, bro. Let me go to BoxRec. He might got it, man.
Parker,
and he about to fight Tyson Fury. He probably got the best resume in boxing, bro. We gonna have to really.
That's a great point. Lisa Bells. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to address something.
Okay. I mean.
Okay. Joshua has and I love Bud Crawford. He's one of Joshua and Bud Crawford, my two favorite fighters. Bud Crawford does not have a Hall of Famer on his CV thus far. Joshua does.
Yes. Yeah.
But on the other hand, Bud Crawford is an undisputed champ.
Yeah.
All right. So now there's one other thing. There's one other thing that Joshua has on his resume that Terence Crawford doesn't.
Hold on, fight doctor. Lisa hasn't finished, and
I was finished.
Okay. All right.
Okay. My turn.
Wait. I have to answer that. Wait. I have to answer that, please. I have to answer that.
It's my turn. It's my turn. Damn it! Please. Parliamentary procedure, please. Okay. So yeah, I have to back Jalik. I had to back Jalik. Never thought about it before because I stuck to the heavyweights. Certainly the best resume at heavyweight currently. And yeah, it's a strong argument that Anthony Joshua. It's a strong argument that Anthony Joshua has the best resume in the whole of
no controversial wins. He don't have no controversial wins like Canelo. So
no
Canelo
weight draining,
but he has zero.
No weight draining.
Exactly.
No weight draining. No drug strike against him. So there's no weight draining against him. No drug strike against him. You know, you have to say
to fight Tyson Fury. Now, if like I'm saying it now, he beat Tyson Fury. Listen, it's not even. I'm not even going to debate it no more. He beat Tyson Fury.
If he beats Tyson Fury, then hands down.
It's not even going to be debatable. Like who got the best resume in boxing? That's not.
Are you all finished with the cheerleading yet? Because I would just love the opportunity to deconstruct these nonsensical arguments that you all are making. Just let me know when you're done.
Go ahead. Go ahead, though.
Are you calling Jalik a cheerleader? That's the first time I've heard him a cheerleader for Joshua. Are you calling Jalik a cheerleader for Anthony Joshua? Shake your head.
I want to hear what you gotta say, Fight Doctor. Go ahead.
Shake your head, Fight Doctor.
Now let's start with Alexander Povetkin, okay? Let's start with him. Alexander Povetkin, in the fight with Dillian White, was losing every round and had been dropped 2 or 3 times before landing one punch. I don't want to call it lucky punches. I don't believe in lucky punches. But he literally, the only punch he landed in the fight was the KO punch. Literally.
Who, Povetkin?
Okay. Alexander Povetkin.
Okay.
He was losing badly. He had lost every minute of every round of the fight until he landed one punch and put Glass Joe, Dillian White, to sleep. And this is the guy that you want to hold up as being some type of great win for Anthony Joshua. That's ridiculous. Context.
Wait.
Hold on a second. Wait. I listened. Wait. Hold on a second. Wait. I listened. Now, Now you have to let me have my say. Okay.
Mass is ridiculous.
I listened to you all. Now you have to let me have my say. So Alexander Povetkin losing every minute of every round. Ridiculous. Number 2. Anthony Joshua not only does he not have the best resume in boxing.
Every minute, hold on a second. Every minute.
Let me finish. Wait. Sir, I heard you. You have to let me finish. You have to let me finish.
Have you watched Wilder Ortiz too?
Sir, you have to let me finish. I don't know why does the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent always want to bring up Deontay Wilder when we start deconstructing his made-up, fluffed-up resume? I don't understand. But let me finish.
I don't mention Wilder. So it's not me.
Oh yes, ma'am. It's not you. I agree. It is not you. It is the Anthony Joshua cheerleading contingent.
This has nothing to do with Joshua. This is Wilder. That's why I came, because I wanted to hear about that.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for explaining what needed to be explained. This is not about Deontay Wilder at all.
You said it was. Carry on. You said it was because you said that the Americans want to see, the third fight. But carry on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, not only does Anthony Joshua not have the best resume in boxing, he doesn't even have the best resume in the heavyweight division.
Who has the best resume in the heavyweight division?
The number 1 heavyweight in the world has the best resume in the division. Mr. Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has the best resume in the heavyweight division.
You know what?
What is this?
And we need to break that down, because I definitely don't agree with you.
Anthony Joshua has beaten
We need to break that down, because I definitely don't agree with you.
Listen, Anthony Joshua. But listen, Tyson Fury has beaten the number 1 or number 2 heavyweight twice. How many times has Anthony Joshua done that? Zero. Anthony Joshua has never beaten the number 1 heavyweight in the world. Anthony Joshua has never beaten the number 2 heavyweight in the world. Tyson Fury has done that twice. So this argument that somehow Anthony Joshua has the best resume in the heavyweight division, let alone boxing, is beyond ridiculous. It's beyond ridiculous.
Well,
okay. Now, wait. I heard you guys. I'm not done. I'm not finished. Bud Crawford, okay? Listen, you guys are talking about how Anthony Joshua has an all-time great on his resume, which Bud Crawford doesn't, right? Well, there's something else that Anthony Joshua has on his resume that Bud Crawford doesn't. A knockout loss to a nobody.
Well, you know what?
Nobody. Wait. I
Guess
heard
what?
you. Wait. I'm sorry, Lisa, ma'am. I heard you. Wait, I heard you.
Hey,
Wait, hold on a second.
okay.
Wait. You have to let me finish my case. I heard you.
Okay.
I sat here in silence patiently. Okay.
Okay. 'Cause after that, I got something to say.
Unfortunately, right? Losses, they count when we measure a fighter's resume and who you lose to and the manner in which that loss happens. It all factors into the equation as to why Anthony Joshua does not have the best resume in boxing, nor does he have a better resume than Canelo Alvarez, Tyson Fury, or Terence Crawford.
I'm going to destroy your argument as soon as Lisa.
Guess what? Guess what?
Yeah.
Then I hope you keep that same energy with every fighter that ever has been in boxing that doesn't have is not undisputed. Oh, let me just stick with the heavyweight, okay? Then you better set the bar to Rocky Marciano, because he's the only one in heavyweight that doesn't have a loss.
Yeah.
In history.
Yeah.
Now my mic has been dropped.
That's powerful. Okay.
And you know I love you, brother. I love you, brother.
Yeah.
I love you
We
too,
gotta
my
keep that
sister.
same energy.
Yeah. She loves you, fight doctor, but tough love sometimes. Tough love. Okay. So your argument, fight doctor, is so weak. It's so weak. It's almost beyond my comprehension. Tyson Fury. You say Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury beat Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder. His resume is superior to Anthony Joshua's. I say no. He has 2 strong wins. Tyson Fury has 2 strong wins on his resume, and that's that. Anthony Joshua has a slew of strong wins on his resume. I can name them if you want me to name them.
Here's who I want you to name.
No, hold on, stop.
You asked me a question. No, you asked me if I wanted you to name them. Here's who I want you to name.
Stop it. Mute yourself and behave yourself. Come on now. Let's have some parliamentary procedure and a sense of decorum. Okay, so Tyson Fury beat 2 big names. Fair enough. Anthony Joshua beat a slew of top fighters. And he unified, unlike Deontay Wilder. He unified because there's 3 of them at the top. So I have to mention Deontay. Unlike Deontay Wilder, he unified. Unlike Tyson Fury. And let's look at Tyson Fury. What did Tyson Fury do? He never defended a belt once.
Facts.
Not even once. And you're trying to tell me that a guy who won but never defended is better than a guy who not only defended but unified against the top fighters of his day. Povetkin, Pulev, Parker, all champions, Vladimir Klitschko, all champions, half of them gold medalists. The consistent caliber of Anthony Joshua's fights overshadows almost anybody in the whole of boxing, and certainly everybody in heavyweight boxing. So that is my counteraction or my falcon punch to your argument. Who wants to come in next?
Yeah, I agree. I think Anthony Joshua can do it, especially with the Tyson fight. If it get made, he definitely would do it. Like, it would be hands down the best resume in boxing. And he'd be undisputed. You know what I mean? And he don't have those asterisks on his resume like Tyson Fury and Canelo. So I would definitely give it. And that's not saying that Canelo and Tyson Fury is not good fighters, because we know they're good fighters, but
of course,
you got to give AJ his credit.
Got to give credit where credit is due. So, I'm not thinking about running this much longer. I like to keep it nice and snappy around the 135 mark, 130 mark is good with me. I'm just trying to think of any angles that we haven't touched on. Where would the fight be? I reckon it'd probably be over there in Saudi. Let's go around the table. Where do you think the fight going to be, Lisa?
Oh, I don't know. I heard that America wants to host it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that the Dubai UA, right?
UEA.
UEA, yeah.
Yeah.
Wants to host it. Saudi, it's a bunch of different places.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I say Texas and Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas Stadium.
Mm-hmm. How does that fight sell in America though? I don't know. I'm not American. I don't know. How does that fight sell in America?
I don't know. They can sell it because it's a big fight, and then they both already fought over here. They can get about 30,000 in Texas. I think so. And then they also work for them on the pay-per-view side as far as selling it there. Truly Undisputed, and then Tyson Fury already fought over here, so his American fan base has increased.
Yeah,
he fought Deontay Wilder. It's like a lot of American fans has adopted him. So I think it'll happen there, and that'll be the easiest one since they already got rid of the restrictions.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fight, doctor. Where do you think the fight happens?
Fight will happen wherever it makes the most money.
Yeah, that's true.
Fight doctor coming with the slickness. Them mushrooms do come in handy sometime.
But fight doctor, I'll just say this. I agree with you. Fury does have the better significant 2 wins. I do agree with you with that. However,
thank you.
However,
however is a semicolon there. However,
yeah,
the young Nigerian has put some depth upon them belts. Some meat and potatoes on it. He brought value to. He brought some value to the.
How was you saying the Klitschko fight? The Fury Klitschko fight was better than the AJ Klitschko fight?
Is that what you're saying, fight doctor? Is you crazy?
Wait, the Fury Klitschko fight is better than the AJ. What I'm saying, the argument I'm making is that the Fury Wilder fight was a fight between the legitimate number 1 and number 2 heavyweight in the world, in whichever order you want to put them. All right. So that fight was of significance. It was a real fight. It was a fight to determine who was the top of who's going to be the king of the hill. All right. And this fight is is similar to that fight in terms of its significance. Okay. So I don't understand how, you can use title belts to make this fight somehow more significant than the fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, which in my mind was just as significant. Okay. All things considered.
What was just as significant?
The Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder rematch.
Come on, bro. Come on. That was for 1 belt, bro.
Excuse me, pardon me. Listen, wait. Listen.
Undisputed now, bro. Come on, bro.
Okay, all right. So let me ask this question. I tell you what. I'm going to entertain that argument for a second. Right now, at the time of the Wilder Fury rematch, who held the other belts?
That was the little fat fella.
All right. So
fat man,
now
fat
let
man.
me ask you. So let me pose a question to the panel. Right. Let me pose a question to the panel.
Yeah.
What fight at the time of the Fury Wilder rematch? What fight would have been more significant? A fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, or a fight between Tyson Fury and Andy Ruiz, or a fight between Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz? Out of those 3 fights, which one was the most significant?
Deontay, the belt holder, WBC belt holder, who at the time was Deontay Wilder versus the unified champ, who at that time was Andreas the Punch Ruiz.
So you think that Ruiz-Wilder was a more significant fight than Wilder and Tyson Fury?
Yes, because it was for Undisputed.
And that, sir, is the reason why your argument falls flat on its face. Because guess what? Nobody wanted to see that fight. Nobody wanted to see that fight.
Fight is significant.
Nobody wanted to see what fight.
Right. Nobody wanted to. Right. A fight is significant.
Nobody wanted to see. He's saying nobody wanted to see Wilder versus Ruiz for you, undisputed.
No. Nobody wanted to see that fight.
Yeah.
No.
That's not true, bro.
That's not true, bro.
It would have been easier to make because they right there on PBC. So it would have been much easier.
Bro.
Yeah.
That fight would be huge.
Nobody wanted to see that fight.
What?
Okay. And certainly there weren't. And listen, look, there was definitely not more of a demand for that fight than it was for the Fury Wilder rematch.
There are mushrooms there. Okay.
Well, listen, if it's your argument, I tell you what, I want you to go on record right now. Go on record right now, and tell the listening audience that in your mind. So go on record. I want you to go on record right now, Rafi. Go on record right now and tell your listening audience right now that in your mind there would have been more of a demand to see Wilder Ruiz than it would have been, or than there was to see Wilder Fury rematch. Is that your argument? Is that the argument that you're making? Please tell us.
Yes, it would. That
Those
fight
mushrooms took a turn for the worse.
Okay, but you have not answered the question, sir.
I'm telling you. I think honestly, I adore the fact that you just say what you feel, and don't matter how crazy it is, you're gonna say it anyway. I adore that fact. You see. Hold on a second. You see. Hold on, Tanaris. Tanaris up in the building. Tanaris, the RDCR legend.
Ralph, I'll be right back.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
Okay,
I'll be
Lisa,
right back.
All right, Lisa. I'm going to answer your question, but I just got to bring in Tanaris. Tanaris, hold on a second, but I just want to let you know that you have risen to the rank of RDCR legendary status. You're giving us some legendary moments, unforgettable moments, and so you're on the Mount Rushmore. You're on the Mount Rushmore. The fight doctor is on the Mount Rushmore of the RDCR. No, but hold on though. Let me just answer the fight doctor. Of course, fight doctor. Anyone with a logical, non-mushroom infused brain will recognize that a fight for undisputed trumps everything. So, of course, when Deontay Wilder had the WBC belt and Andreas the Punch Ruiz had all the other belts, of course, people would have wanted to see that over a Fury match. And the fact that you even question that tells me that, bro, please, those mushrooms took a turn for the worst. But let me bring in Tanaris. Robinson. Tanaris, talk to us, bro.
Hold on. Give me a minute.
Yeah, okay. Over to the fight doctor. Talk to me. The fight doctor.
Right. So if that had been the case, then we would have seen that fight, right? Simply because at the end of the day, it's the market that determines the fights that we see. And if there's money to be made, and look, the fights that get made are the fights where there's the most money to be made. And it seems to me that in terms of finance, which fight would have been more commercially successful between Wilder Ruiz and Wilder Fury? The more commercially successful fight was and is Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder.
It didn't happen. AJ won the rematch.
Which is the reason why that fight was on pay-per-view. Now, there's no way you could convince me that a Deontay Wilder and Ruiz fight would have been on pay-per-view on American TV. Would not have happened.
All right. Okay. Let me come in. Come in,
Tanaris, please.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The fight after Andrew Ruiz knocked out AJ, the only fight we wanted to see was Wilder and Andrew Ruiz. That was the only fight that made sense. That was the only fight that made sense at that point. Then nobody, hold on, what you want to see? What you want to see anything else for? We saw Wilder had just knocked out Dominic Brazil.
Yeah.
Then AJ had to come over here and fight Ruiz, and he lost. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. In the fashion that he lost in was so devastating that we needed to see Wilder versus Ruiz, somebody finna knock somebody out.
Yeah.
That was the only fight that made sense.
That fight would have been big.
It would have been bigger than big. It was bigger than big.
It would have been bigger than the Tyson Fury.
It was bigger than all the fights. It was bigger than all the fights. It
the
was
Mexican fan base.
Yeah,
the Mexican fan base.
Big. Trust me, that fight would have been huge.
The African American fan base.
Right.
Man.
And then
man, all
all the neutrals who want to see one of them decimate the other.
And not only that, stylistically, it works perfect because Andy Ruiz got the style to get in close and pressure him. So that was already a good style matchup.
Excellent style matchup.
Yeah,
excellent.
The drama, that fight would have been
You're talking about a nice.
I can't agree with you on that.
Yeah. I mean, please, a fight doctor. What the hell are you thinking?
Hold on, check this out, fight doctor.
Yeah, nobody wanted to see that fight.
Let Tanaris talk. Let Tanaris talk, because I don't know.
Check this out. This to you, fight doctor. Man, listen, bro. Floyd Mayweather made his damn living off of fighting Mexicans. You think Deontay Wilder, you think the Mexican fan base wasn't gonna come out to watch Andy Ruiz? Come on, man.
You said it yourself, fight doctor. You said it yourself. The Mexican fan base is massive. You said it yourself.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense. You got Andy Ruiz who just knocked
Nobody wanted to see that fight.
Nobody didn't want to see the fight. You didn't want to see it. Everybody else wanted to see it just so we could finally get one champion. We were gonna finally get one champion,
one name,
finally.
one place, one champion.
Tyson Fury fight, really.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Hold on.
Right,
we already had one champion. You can't have multiple. Listen, there's only one world, therefore there can only be one world champion. This idea that you can have multiple world champions at the same time is false. That narrative needs to get put to rest. There is only one world, therefore you can only have one world champion. You can't have 2 and 3 world champions until you have 2 and 3 worlds. Okay? Now, there's only one. No, wait. All right, so somebody correct me if I'm wrong, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. You only have one world, right? Am I or am I not right?
Nonsense.
Is that not correct?
Nonsense.
Well, it's different parts of the world.
That wasn't the question. That was not the question. The question was, you only have one world, correct?
Bro, why are you deflecting?
Yeah.
I'm not deflecting. I'm not deflecting anything. I'm answering the question.
Let me pause you right quick within your question. I want to pause you within your question. Bro, since hold on, I'm 31 years old. Since I've been 31 years old, there has not just been one championship belt. Okay? Now, if we was going off of there was always just one championship belt, well, fine. Then we could go by what you talking about. But that's not the case. There has always been multiple belts within the division, and the ultimate goal is to unify all the belts.
All right, I have a question for you. Jalik, I'm sorry, Tanaris, you listening? You listening? Are you listening?
I'm not living in a fantasy, though. Go ahead.
Oh, no, we're going to talk straight facts. Straight facts. No speculation, no allegations, straight facts, okay?
Come on.
Now let's talk the straight facts.
Come on,
are you listening? Are you listening? All right, my question is very simple. Do you know who Jack Johnson is?
I know who Jack Johnson is, bro.
Okay, here's my question. Here's my question to you.
Okay.
When Jack Johnson, all right, and we're gonna stick with the facts. Okay? When Jack Johnson was heavyweight champion, where was the WBC? Where was the IBF? Where was the IBO? Wait, I'm asking my question. I'm asking my question.
Because I told you that I was 31 years old.
I'm asking my question. And we dealing on with the facts. We're only dealing with the facts. And I'm trying to start with the facts. The facts are not subject to you being 31 years old. They're not.
Ralphie,
okay?
Mute him, Ralphie.
Yo, okay. Mute yourself, fight doctor. Let people talk.
So the question is now, I've asked the question now, let's deal with the facts.
No, I told you that I've been alive for 31 years. Jack Johnson won the damn champion then. I said 31 years. 31 years of my life. That has always been multiple champions.
Yeah, been like 1910, the end of the 80s.
God damn, bro, where is he coming from with this prehistoric shit?
You slipped. I see what you do, Fight Doctor. You're a historian, but this one, man.
You know what? It's a dude in the LDBC named Slip the Jab. That's who you should be, Slip the Jab. Because, bro, we speaking straight. Realistic facts, bro. You going way back to Jack
sir. We're not. No, sir. I'm speaking facts. You, sir, are not speaking facts.
Bro,
so because wait, I heard you. Wait, I heard you. I heard you not mute yourself. I heard you not. I heard you.
Talk about that no more.
You don't want to talk. That's fine. You can listen. Mute yourself. Okay. Now, here are the facts. Boxing is not subject to you being 31 years old. Guess what? There was boxing before you were born.
What's your point, though? What's your point?
Right? And the fact that you weren't here to see it does not invalidate the 100+ years of boxing history and tradition. So mute yourself and learn something. Now, here are the facts. There was no WBC. There was no IBF. There was no WBO. There was no WBA when Jack Johnson was a heavyweight champion of the world. So all this that you talking about, unified champion, that don't make no sense because it don't exist.
Of course, it don't exist.
How many rounds was they fighting back then?
20 rounds.
And how many rounds they fight now?
12.
Okay. No, so it changed. So it changed.
Yeah.
So it changed. It's different. It's different now. It's different now. You want to go back to 20 rounds, 100 rounds back then? 100 rounds? What was
the size of the gloves back then? 4 ounces or 6 ounces? Was it 8 ounces for heavyweights?
Yeah.
Now it's 10, so it's different.
It's different now.
It was the same day, so it changes, bro.
Yeah, all right. Let me know when you all are done with the apologies and the speculation and the allegation and the nonsense making and all that. Because look, the arguments that you guys are making make no sense.
No. You've had your go. We're going around the table now. You've had your go. We go around the table now. Okay.
Hey, one thing I wanted to say though, Ralph, that before I got on, I don't know who said it. I don't know who said it earlier, but whoever said it made a great point. How you deflected the fact that Vladimir Klitschko was old and tried to say that he was in the best shape of his life, but we ain't saying nothing about how Andy Ruiz was in the worst shape of his life in the rematch.
Yeah,
we ain't saying nothing about that.
Well, we all know that. We all know that. We all know that. That's on him. That's on him.
He was in the, but that goes back to the argument that the dude made about the guy Povetkin being not winning no rounds against Dillian White and then going in there and Joshua getting credit for that.
I said AJ is the only one to knock him out. We know
he shouldn't have got no credit for that win. He shouldn't have got no credit.
Nobody else knocked him out.
He shouldn't have got credit for it.
Like a draw.
He deserved credit for it.
No, he didn't.
And he went the distance with Klitschko. He went the distance with Klitschko. But AJ knocked him out.
All right. Well,
listen.
This all I want. This all I want. This all I want.
I'm sorry.
I said I wasn't gonna get back on. Okay, excuse me.
Somebody had knocked on my door. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I was just gonna say.
I said
your body of work is your body of work.
Yeah.
Okay, so
your body of work is your body of work. That's a good point. Your body of work is your body of work.
Come in shape. That's on you.
I mean, your resume is your resume. That's your body of work. No matter. I mean, sometimes people, going to be older or younger, but it's just your body of work. That's what when later on
so
in life when you retire, huh?
So the name matter more than that version of the man.
But that's not his.
No,
fault,
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I said your body of work is your body of work.
I'm
it's
asking
just like
you a
when
question
you
now. Does the name matter more than the version of the man? Meaning,
not necessarily. It depends. That's not what I'm saying.
I'll say this. If Andy Ruiz had fought the rematch years later and he deteriorated over a period of years, then fair enough. Then you can say, well, that version of Andy Ruiz was, a very poor version. But the fact that it was only 6 months later.
And it was a poor version, man.
It was a poor version, but it was only 6 months later. He was
The
only
same way.
that
Okay.
makes a
You also
difference.
got to take in consideration that you know how hard it is to avenge a knockout loss.
Yeah.
That usually don't happen. That's very
What?
hard to do.
Yeah. So
Very
yeah,
hard to do.
It's damn so hard. It's damn so hard when the other fighter ain't trying
You have
to
to give points for that.
Well,
engage.
okay. Hey, Rafi, can I say something?
Losses big time.
Rafi, hey Rafi, can I say something?
In
Hey, hold on.
welcome.
Hold on. I
What's
got
happening?
you, Ralph. I'm finna go.
Okay.
But
You
I
go
wanted.
first.
I'm finna get off, but I wanted to say this right here.
Yeah.
This is what I think gonna happen. I think Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury gonna fight in Madison Square Garden.
That could be it.
That's the only place that it's accepted in my books. in my books, that's the only place I feel like it's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be nowhere else. Joshua need to bring his caramel black ass back over here and fight in Madison Square Garden where he got humiliated. Where he need to come right back where he got humiliated and embarrassed in front of all his 10,000 plus UK fans.
I would never
Y'all need to bring y'all.
He got humiliated, and the next day he came out there amongst the people.
Yeah.
And didn't bow his head down.
And guess what the people said? Bro, what the fuck you doing losing to that fat ass Mexican?
Stuff happens, but at least he didn't bow his head down.
Hold on.
He raised his head up like a man, like he was supposed to.
Hold up. Bro, you were supposed to come over here and fight Wilder. Instead, you fight a Mexican. Instead, you fight a fat Mexican and get your ass.
No, Wilder was supposed to come to the UK and fight him.
Yeah.
Wilder was supposed to come to the UK.
Let me say this.
That's
What's going on,
really
Lisa?
well,
let's be honest. They both avoided that fight. Both Wilder and Joshua are both responsible. But if you want to say Wilder was more responsible than Joshua, I accept that. Because Anthony Joshua came out and said himself that they were both responsible for that fight not happening when he gave an interview. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. I know I want to get into all that, but I'm just stating the obvious. That's what it is. The fight didn't happen. We got to move on from that.
We ain't talking
as far as Anthony, but as far as Andy Ruiz, I know what we're talking about. As far as Andy Ruiz is concerned, whether you think he was the best version of Andy Ruiz or not, he was at his best when he came in here. Well, I mean, he was at the peak of his career at this point, as we talked about. That's not Anthony Joshua's fault. That's not his fault. He went in there and he took care of business. Many people Wait, I know, but many people have counted him out. And like myself, I didn't think it was a good idea for him to go into that media rematch. I thought he needed to take a tune-up after the beating that he got from Ruiz in the first fight. But
you don't need a tune-up if you're not going to fight the same Ruiz. Now, if it would have been the Andy Ruiz that was in Madison Square Garden, you damn right. He better not pump his brakes. But he didn't fight that Andy Ruiz. He fought Snicker Ruiz.
Whose fault is that, though? Wait, hold up. Whose fault is that, though? Whose fault is that?
That's Ruiz's fault. It's Ruiz's
exactly.
fault.
So why? Well, but the fact is, Anthony Joshua went in there and avenged his loss. That many people. Wait, hold up. Let me finish, John. Let me finish. He went in there. He did what he had. Exactly.
Avenging the loss would have been fighting in Madison Square Garden where you lost it.
Well, I get that. Don't matter. Okay, wait, hold up. Let me get this straight. So, when let me see, when Ezra Charles fought, when he fought guys like Jersey Joe Wilcott and beat them in rematches in other venues, so that doesn't count. Oh, he gone. All right, he gone. All right, but
he gone. You be coming back.
Man, they blame that man for everything. He can't do nothing right. So it is what it is. I don't even care.
Yeah, it's talking to a brick wall, I guess. But
Joshua. No. I'm talking about Joshua. He get blamed for everything, so I don't even care no more.
Well, you know what? Look, as a fighter, like Anthony Joshua, I mean, you can't please everybody. When Muhammad Ali fought, he couldn't please everybody. When Ray Robinson fought, he couldn't please everybody. When Cincinnati Cobra, my favorite fighter of all time, Ezra Charles, when he fought everybody, he couldn't please everybody. I mean, even though he went through a fucking murder's row when he fought everybody, and this man don't get enough credit for the work he did. The Cincinnati Cobra.
He doesn't. And he fought killers.
Yeah, he fought everybody. killers, the Bivens of the world, the frickin' Jersey Joe Wilcox, Charlie Burley, a fight that Ray Robinson didn't want to take. So, anyways, and he beat him when he was 17 years old. But anyways, enough about Cincinnati Cobra. But let's talk about.
We can't hear enough about him, Dan the man. Praise him.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I was supposed to do a documentary, do a video documentary on that. I'm really got to start that project pretty soon because that man doesn't get enough.
Oh,
He doesn't
great. I
get talked
can't
about.
wait. I can't wait.
All right, yeah, be on the lookout for it. Be on the lookout for it.
Okay.
But on the let's talk about the. I know we were talking about the announcement. Look, I want the fight to go ahead. I think that I know a lot of people are talking about Wilder need to get his third fight. Me personally, I think it'd be best for Wilder to just step aside and just wait because I think it'd be best for him just to get a tune-up fight, get a confidence-building fight back in, so that way he can he could be in good form. You know what I'm saying? Because he's coming off a bad loss, a beating. I know it's been over a year. Yeah, that should be enough time to recover. But from a mental standpoint, I'm not sure if he's there mentally. I don't think he's there mentally to take that third fight right away. That's just my opinion. But if he wants to pursue it based off the obligation of the contract, which is going through arbitration right now, if he succeeds, then so be it. But the fact is that what I'm talking about here is that the announcement. Now, I kind of find it strange that Bob Arum come out and just lash out on everybody, talking about fuck everybody, fuck you guys, fuck the fans, go fuck yourself.
Please. Language, please.
I know, but I'm only quoting him. That's not me. That's what he said. All right. But anyways, okay, if you want me to quote him verbatim, but I won't do it. But anyways, he says, screw everybody, right? We can't even raise the money for the fight. This is what he said yesterday. Wow. Vacationing out in Cabo right now. That's where he's at right now, in Cabo. So today we get the story breaking by Mark Kriego that the fight signed and ready to go. But I thought we've heard about that a few days ago. That's cool. That's a positive sign. We're in the right direction. But what I'm worried about is that Tyson Fury state of mind. That's who I'm worried about because he's yet to come out and even confirm this. And neither has MTK Global. Neither is Frank Warren. And then Mark Kriego, who just got interviewed by IFL, he was asked about this, and he said, well, I did talk to certain people at Top Rank. They said that they're still ironing some things out. There's some big legality things that's going on that we can't talk about. But I do know is that they have 28 days to get this resolved. Otherwise, there'll be no fight. To me, I find that, I find that kind of strange because why would you announce that when a fight is announced that you have a deadline to make it happen? I never heard of that before. Be announced publicly. You know? So, like I said, though, look, I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I am very worried. Because even if I think they will sign on to it, but I'm not sure if Fury's head is in it right now. Even though he may be in shape, but I've known Tyson Fury and his attitude for years. I've seen how he approaches fights and how he, how enthusiastic he feels and how confident he feels about going to certain fights. With Joshua, I don't know if he's confident enough to win this fight. I'm not saying he'll lose, but I think he sees something in Joshua, or he's not too confident given the fact that he's been out for so long. He's begging for tune-ups. So, that's just my take on it, man. I know you guys can chime in. You can agree to disagree with me, but yeah, I agree. The fight needs to happen now. I agree because we've been waiting 2 decades for an undisputed fight, but I'm too worried. I'm not too sure about Tyson Fury's side, but that's just my take on it.
Do you think, Dan, it's the old man? Because I know that he was upset about Herm bidding on
Teofimo Lopez and then Kambosos fight.
And he was like, and he was trying to make like threats like this won't go well or whatever. And another thing, Hearn got to stop too. He was saying something about like if he was saying like oh, it's a shame how they treat Teofimo trying to say that. So when you're dealing with a fight of this magnitude, like Hearn is not gonna back down, the old man is not gonna back down, but it's I just don't want that to get in, because these guys are really petty.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they're very petty.
Right.
And they hold grudges.
That is true, but it does remind me of the old beef between Don King and Bob Arum back in the old days. But somehow, some way, these guys found a way to get these big fights done without no problems, little to no problems.
Yeah.
They always seem to have done that back in the old days. But now
Right.
it seems like with the age of social media, it seems to be difficult to get the biggest fights over the finish line. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it has anything to do with the inflation. I mean, people are just getting more greedier as days go by. I don't know what it is. But I have another thought though. Maybe, just maybe, given the fact that Eddie Hearn, well, he didn't officially announce it on his social media, by the way. He hasn't said nothing about this. It just got leaked over to Mark Rigo. This is what this widest story is coming about. So my thing is that perhaps maybe, the reason why Hearn went out and told Kriego about this, so the way it could apply pressure on Top Rank to get this over the finish line. And say, hey, look,
Right.
we got to get this over the finish line, because if we don't, then the WBO is going to lose patience. They're gonna get upset, and they're gonna say, you know what, you had an ample time to get this done. We got to call our mandatory, which is Alexander Usyk. So I think that's what's going to happen. That's probably what this is all about. Let's get this over the finish line before the WBO start calling that mandatory.
Well,
Right.
the WBO have already
It's like
ruled.
they don't even care about the sport. Oh, I'm sorry.
The
It's like they
WBO.
don't care about
Sorry,
the
Lisa.
sport.
Lisa. I just want to say the WBO have already ruled that Joyce versus Usyk is for the WBO interim title.
Yeah, on the announcement of Joshua versus Fury to be fully confirmed with the date and the venue.
Yeah,
that's what they're waiting on. That's what they're waiting on.
Right.
And Usyk's team, his manager just gave an interview a few days ago, and he was asked about this, and he said, "Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Will the fight happen? Yes, but I have every skepticism and believe it won't happen." And the interviewer asked him why. Why do you think it won't happen? And he pointed to his watch. He said, "Time. I don't think they have enough time to get this over the finish line." And he says, "I predict that within 3 weeks or maybe 4 weeks, that if they don't have anything signed, then we won't have a fight. Then my guy will have to fight Joshua for that title."
Right.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Now, coincidentally, now we hear that they do have 28 days. So it's like,
Right.
look, like I said, it's not being pessimistic. It's just me being worried. It's like, okay, we already know they signed on to the deal, but we still have these big outstanding issues. Yet we still don't know about the Wilder arbitration. We all can speculate that that's been done with, but we still don't know what's going on with that, because as I've been hearing, that's still in current litigation right now. So we don't know what the outcome of that situation is.
That's dead in the water. That's dead in the water.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what you can speculate on that, but we don't know that for sure. So
we don't know.
Look, my thing is that I'm gonna just wait. Let me just wait to Hearn. Let's just say all the parties come together, because usually when a fight like this gets announced, there has to be a joint announcement. We have the posters, you have the advertisement that comes out right away, but we haven't seen that yet. So that's why I'm like a little skeptical. And it kind of reminds me that Bob Arum had said something like this years ago about Terrence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. I remember this too. Days before the Crawford Paul Style fight, this dude comes out and says that I have an announcement to make. Pacquiao Crawford has been made. This is what he said. And we all believed him, even myself. But then next you know, after the Crawford Paul Style fight concludes, where's the advertisement? Where's the date? Where's the venue on it? You said the fight's been announced. The next you know, he dragged his feet, and then we didn't get the fight. So he lied to us, because I think the reason why he did that, because he wanted to get people to buy into the Crawford and the Postal pay-per-view fight. That's the reason why he said that. So look, man, I really hope this thing happens. I mean, because everybody's fighting over this. We got people who saying, don't be pessimistic, Dan, don't do that. It's announced. And I was like, no, look, man, I get that they signed the deal, but Dan Raphael of all people came out and said, look, just because they signed the deal doesn't mean they have.
Yeah, you're depressing me, man. You're depressing everybody.
That doesn't mean they have no
everybody, man.
Yeah.
You're depressing everybody.
Look, I'm just being realistic.
You know what I noticed about Americans?
Yeah.
You know what I noticed about the American media, like the ESPNs and all of them?
Yeah.
And I noticed it when they did the remember when Fury and AJ was fighting? I think it was the second fight, I believe,
You mean
or was
Wilder
it the
and Fury?
first fight?
You
And
mean
all of
Wilder?
those, remember all of those people got together and how they trashed AJ?
Yeah.
It was like
Under
all
that
these
table.
legends and all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, Bo was
It's
there.
Oh
something
yeah,
they
yeah,
had
you talk about that.
personal.
Yeah, you talk about the
They had
Holly
yeah,
something
Gill was there.
against
Yeah,
him
man.
and
They got
Herm
together.
personally.
They got together literally
Yeah, I saw that.
to piss
See,
in his
I'm peeping
Cheerios.
game. I'm watching.
And then
Yeah, I'm looking at
all
them,
around.
and they you know they want Fury because
Yeah.
they behind Fury. So
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to that. I was like, why are they talking like that?
Yeah, man. It was like they was pissing in his Cheerios and they was passing the bowl around.
Yeah, they
From
was
one to the other. It was
talking terrible.
It was hideous. It was absolutely hideous. They were given the agenda, and man, boy, oh boy, you know, yeah, it's kind of depressing. It's kind of depressing. It's kind of sobering hearing that talk. But you know, I guess what? I guess you know, it's just we have to hear from everybody, hear every perspective, and maybe it's good. Maybe it's good that we get the sober message. It was a sober message, and maybe it's good that we get a sober message. Maybe just
It's all good.
Tones us down a little bit. It just tones us down a little bit. And yeah, Captain Buzzkill. It was a buzzkill. My buzz has been killed a little bit. But you know what?
No. I mean, you know, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, it's
you
reality.
know. Hopefully they'll get a.
We're hoping it happens. We're hoping so much, and then we hear the buzzkill, and he kills our buzz a little bit. But then that's maybe a good thing because it makes us a little bit disappointed, and then it just makes us optimistic. We don't know if it's going to happen, but we're just optimistic. We're optimists. We're optimists. We're optimistic.
Yeah, but Dan speaking from experience though. He knows Aram.
Yeah.
And Aram is a negative. You know, he is.
Yeah.
I ain't saying Hearn is no angel.
No.
But Aram is very negative.
Yeah,
you see the things that's been coming out of his mouth lately?
Very negative. I'm going to talk about that
He's
in the next
negative
show.
Man.
He's negative. He's like 89. He's almost 100, you know. James Jameson just wrote, "Who stole the jam out of Dan's donut?" OMG. Who stole the jam out of Dan's donut? You know, it's
well, see, these are, but Dan is going by what the guy on IFL.
Yeah,
you got to understand, there's a lot of moving parts here. That ugly man on IFL.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't even say that.
Yeah,
with the long hair.
Yeah, Gareth Davis.
They're creating a doubt.
Yes.
They're planting a seed of doubt.
Yes.
So they're putting it out there, people like him, that man or whatever his name is, with the shoulder length hair. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Gareth
that was doing it earlier. That's what they're going by that. They doing that. So, you know, it's just crazy.
It's crazy, man. It's
not
crazy.
Him. He's only going by what he see.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But, you know, I remain optimistic. I don't care. I remain optimistic that this thing can happen next. I'm not listen. If the sun don't shine, the sun don't shine. Whatever is whatever. If it rains today, it rains today. Whatever is to be, Lisa, will be.
Yeah, no doubt.
Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
I'm still gonna sleep regardless.
Hey,
at night, and hopefully the good Lord will bless me to wake up in the morning.
Hopefully, He bless me too, Lisa.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we come on here, we talk about this, but I can't make it give me premature gray hair.
That's 100. That is 100. That's 100. And you know what, Lisa? Gareth A. Davis basically works for Fury. Yeah, basically. I mean, I don't know if he's paying.
Oh, okay.
He basically works for him. But you know what, Lisa? I think we've had a good one. We've had a great one. We've had a great time.
It was a good one. Yeah,
it was a good one. And guess who came to dinner? And guess what's on the menu? It's the mushrooms.
Fight Doctor, I love when he come on.
He's back.
Fight Doctor.
needs to unmute
I
himself.
listen to Fight Doctor though, because he knows a lot about history.
Hey, he does.
You
He's
know,
he's like an
I appreciate that.
yeah, he's like an alchemist with the facts.
No, because he's going by how boxing used to be. He
Hey,
speaks a
straight
lot
up,
of fact. He going by how boxing used to be.
straight up and
You
down,
know, and
straight
he
up.
goes and he still go by that. You know, like how it was, and he goes by the lineage.
Oh,
That's very important.
At
You
the
know,
at the end of the day, the only way to beat a man is you have to beat the man. And if you have not beaten the man, then you are not the man. It's just that simple. That's how I see
yeah,
it.
yeah. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, we get you. But you know, we've come
Yeah.
to the end. We've come to that time again where it's the end of the show. Fight Doctor and Fight Doctor, please. Glad you could rejoin us. Glad you've offered some
I would
stimulating.
love you to break down the lineage one day, Fight Doctor.
He's done it.
No, for real. I want
He's
to
done
learn
it.
about
He's done it
that.
on a previous show. He's done it on a previous show, Lisa. He's done it on
Oh,
a
I
previous
missed
show.
it.
Yeah. Just go back in my history. Go to my channel, click on the video,
Oh, okay.
and it's quite recent.
Okay.
It's within the last 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. Because I really want to learn more about that. Yeah.
Hey, it was a good
I've
show.
read
Man. It was
some
a
about
debate.
it, but I want to learn more. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good debate.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay, so we've had a good one, we've had a great one, we've had who we had. Well, anyway, I'll come to that later. So the Fight Doctor, great to have you on. You have some great input, some crazy things you said about the about Joshua, about Joshua's.
Oh, y'all know that's gonna be a never-ending battle with you guys.
Well, hey, you know, you talk about it over here. We talk about it. We talk.
No, listen.
That's why we're here.
Anytime you want to break down Joshua's resume, we can do that.
Hey,
because it's rather weak.
Hey, come on now. We're coming to the end of the show. We're not starting the show.
The Fight Doctor, to be honest with you, I mean, he hasn't did a pittance of what those guys did in the past. I'm more interested about the lineage, man. That's really cool stuff.
Yeah. Hey, we talked about it many times, Lisa. Maybe I'll leave some links below this video. Some of our lineal discussions, because we've done it many times over here. But we've come to the end of a stimulating show. The Fight Doctor, please say your final words, my good man.
Right. So at the end of the day, Fury Joshua needs to happen. And it needs to happen sooner rather than later, because the longer they put it off, the more likely it is to not happen, or if it does happen later, to lack the same significance that it has right now. So now is the perfect time. Strike while the iron is hot, while the interest has been piqued. Right now, I mean, look, the fight will never be any bigger than it is right now. So whatever the obstacle is, and I suspect the obstacle has something to do with something going on here in the States. But whatever the obstacle is, hopefully they can find enough money. Look, Lennox Lewis said it best. Money solves all problems. And the reason why this fight isn't happening right now is something to do with money. So hopefully they can find the money or whatever to make this happen, because it needs to happen now.
Okay. Sensible words from the Fight Doctor, and much appreciation goes out to the Fight Doctor. And absolutely. And then there were two, Lisa Bales, and I. Lisa Bales, great to have you as per usual. And thank you for your continued support.
You guys get me so I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. Then I jump on. Yeah. You guys crack me up. Yeah.
It's good theater. It's good theater and good entertainment for the people. Great to hear that, Lisa. And great to have you. Always welcome over here. And thank you for your continued support.
Thank you. And hopefully, hopefully this they'll get this venue and date ironed out, and everything could just speaking into existence, and it will manifest,
manifest itself. And that's exactly what we're going to do over here at the Raphael Dawkins Combat Ratio. And much thanks, appreciation goes out to Lisa Bayliss. That was the Lisa Bayliss. And then there was one. because there can only be one. So what we got here? Great show, Lisa. Good balance. Good, very good balance. Peace out, says BG London. Great show. Yeah, ruined the whole day to the venue. Yeah, okay. We had some great views shared over here. This was absolutely fantastic. Who do we have on first? It was the Iron Kong. Much appreciation goes out to the Iron Kong. And much appreciation goes out to who came on second after the Iron Kong. There would have been the Fight Doctor. And then Jalik, the leader. Yes, much appreciation goes out to the Jalik, the leader. And then I think the Lisa Bales. And then Dan the Man. And then the Tanaris Robinson. So it was a star-studded occasion. And I was glad to be the host. It's very fitting on a day like this with the great news about the Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury fight. It's coming. We are optimistic over here. Speak it into existence. All right, the man said, speak it, believe it, receive it. And of course, the counterbalance is the passing of the marvelous Marvin Hagler. I don't even want to talk about him too much today because I want to put something special. Together. So I don't really want to say too much other than we all know that the marvelous Marvin Hagler passed away. I think it was yesterday. It was Sunday. And just looking for something now. And he's no longer with us. But he had some marvelous achievements. It's my second favorite boxer of all times. And he left his mark on the sport. So many people with nothing but positive to say about the man. Highly respected. And now he's gone. He's passed away. So all I can say is rest in peace, marvelous Marvin Hagler. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the entertainment that you brought. My second favorite boxer. Rest in peace, marvelous Marvin Hagler. Blessed.